Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Mia's Tarot. This is a more motivational type reading. I mean, I got a lot of emails. People that's just in really, really low vibrational energy, and it could be about depression. It could be about just things that's happening in their life that they're not sure about, and this will help me too, actually. So, oh, having a channel and deciding to go on this journey was, I always say it's not easy. You have to deal with, a lot of different opinions about what you do. And yeah, so I'll leave that there. I still have a cold. I'm still like under the weather. It's just like sad. I don't know what's going on. So here we go. The first card will be the overall energy. The second card will be how the energy is being dealt with at the time. And the third card will be how you should deal with the energy. Okay? So here we go. 1, 2, 3. So let's look at the bottom of the deck. We have isolation. So it could be a lot of people. If y'all hear something, the rain is hitting the skylight. So yeah, that's what that noise is. But we have isolation. This means a lot of people could be feeling alone or just wanting to be alone. You can have times where you're around a bunch of people and you just feel like you're by yourself. I feel like this is the overall collective energy. Like, people just want to isolate themselves. They don't want to really be around people as much, or they're around people and they still feel like they are alone, pretty much. The overall energy we have is trickery. This energy been going around a lot. So the overall energy, people could feel like people are being fake towards them. People could feel like somebody's not telling them the truth. They could feel like they don't know every detail about something. People could feel like they've been lied to. A lot of relationships are coming into my mind. There could be a lot of people out there that are in relationships that they feel like they're being deceived, and they just want to be by themselves. But this is the overall energy. It could go for anything. Work too. You could feel like, somebody at work is not being honest with you, or you're in a career that you probably really don't want to be in, but you're acting like you want to you want to be in it, but you're not. So it's a lot of it's a lot of people are feeling very deceived. Like they're not feeling like they have all the details about something. And this is the overall energy. How people are handling this energy is not in a good way. The self-worth card in reverse could be where it's just making you feel low. And that's what I was just saying, before I picked the cards. It could just be making you feel really low, not worthy anymore. I'm hearing this a lot of relationships, because I'm picking up relationship energy. So where people are with people who you feel are not being honest with you, or it may not be a third party situation, because I didn't pick that up either. It could be, but it may not be. It could just be where you're in a situation that's just not making you feel good, and you just want to be alone. I feel like you don't feel worthy about certain. You just don't feel worthy about it. And a lot of people could have people who passed away that you don't understand why they passed away, and it's making you feel low. But this is how the energy is being handled. You're just sitting in low self-esteem, or you're sitting being depressed, but you're not really doing anything about it. How you should handle it is the expansion card. So this is about growth, doing more. Some of you need to get out. Need to get out. I'm hearing that some people are just like not even trying to go out, not even trying to be around people. You need to get out. You really, really, really do need to get out. Um, if you're in a company or you're working for a company that you don't like, it's time to grow somewhere else. Whether if you want to stay with the company, then go for a promotion or a bigger uh, position than what you're in, a higher position than what you're in, or just leave the job altogether to start your own business or work for another company. Expansion is going to help. Some type of growth, some type of stepping out and doing something bigger than you've ever done before. You can even start with small steps. Say you haven't hung with your friends in a long time because you've been going through a lot. Call your friends and just have like a big little like a big little little intimate gathering over your house. And that's you kind of stepping out saying, okay, I need to do something. But this is bigger. This is on a bigger scale. So I'm not saying, throw a big ass party. I'm just saying that go big. It's gonna take you out of this hole that you're in. That's what I feel. I'm gonna clarify these cards. Sorry I sound so daggone stuffy. But a lot of people are wondering, like, how did that happen? Or why is it like this? The grief card came out in reverse. Some of you are grieving and you have to come out of it. It's like if someone passed away and you're grieving, it's time to it's like the process has to be over at some point, and you have to, and I know it's easier said than done because I've been there, but the process is over. So you get a time to grieve, and then you get a time to move. Then you start to move on slowly away from the grief. And then you start to kind of like blossom all over again, kind of like a flower. I'm seeing a vision of a flower just like blossoming, coming out of the ground. And it's almost like you come out of that dark place, and that just goes with expansion. It's the process. If you feel like you're still grieving over something, it's no longer grief. Now it's moving on into depression, and it's time to come out of that. I'm going to clarify the trickery card, the self-worth card, and the expansion. To see why these cards are here. Okay. Grief is at the bottom again. So a lot of people, if you're sitting in some really, 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 really low vibrational energy, it's time to, like, it's starting to go into a phase where it's going to get too hard for you to get out of. So it's time for you to move on, to get out of that. I'm sorry, hold on. Sorry, y'all. I don't care what it's about. A person passed away. You lost your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. Anything. You lost your job, or you want to start a new job. You're unhappy at your job. Anything that you're upset about. It's time to let it go and move on. It's time, because you're starting to go into a deep depression. It's going to start to become something that's harder for you. Like I said, I needed this reading too, so we're doing this together. The trickery card, abundance. You see how these people are like in poverty at the top, but if you look below, look at all of this gold. It's just that they don't see it. So it's like you're too busy like with the how and whys and what, and I don't understand. that you're not getting the abundance. And some people, this man has alcohol. This girl lost her house. So some of you might have had trouble. Some of you could have lost a home, or some of you could probably like, I don't know where I'm going to move or live. Rent could have been too high. Might can't afford it right now. This man is drinking. Some of you could be drinking or trying to numb the pain in some other way. But there is abundance. It's there. It's there. That's why the expansion card was in the future position, because it is there. Sometimes you're just so, it's like you're so, it's almost like you doubt it. You doubt that it's there. You doubt that anything is ever going to happen, because you just feel so low that you don't see it. But you can't see it by staying in this energy, because that type of energy doesn't attract abundance. So that's basically what this card is saying, and why the trickery card is there. Self-worth, wisdom is in reverse. So you need to use your wisdom to get out of this situation. It's like your wisdom, your wisdom is low, your self-worth is low. Your self-worth is, hold on, sorry. Your self-worth is low because you feel like you don't know how to do something. You don't know how to get out of this predicament. You just don't know. I feel like wisdom has a lot to do with your mind. And I feel like a lot of people in that, they're, as far as them mentally, it's just pretty fucked up. And sorry, excuse my language, but that's really what I'm getting. I wanted to say messed up, but it's like, no, it's worse than messed up. And this energy is like making you feel low, because it's like it's just like you don't know where to go next. You don't know where to turn next. Your mind is not really strong right now. And that's why your self-worth is low. Expansion, we have gratitude. A lot of you have people that you can go to that's going to be there for you. But it's like some of you don't want to talk about it to them. You feel like you're bothering people. But no, there are people that will be there for you. And some of you, they're going to help you with this expansion. So if you haven't talked to anybody yet, please do, because there's somebody there. There's people around you that are going to be willing to help you. And also, and another thing that I was getting is, once you get out there and you start doing more for yourself and feeling better about yourself, you're going to be able to help other people. Maybe some of you are having a baby and you're worried about that. So I just wanted to let you guys know, I wanted to give you a little hope if you need some hope about anything. Is that it's going to get better. It is really, 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 really going to get better. But sometimes it's like you have to help the universe help you, and you have to like move, or it's like sitting in the dark all day, and all of a sudden you open the blinds, right? And finally you open those blinds and you let some light in, and then you pick up a newspaper and you see a job opening, or somebody calls you on the phone and they want to hire you. Just you opening up those blinds, letting that light in, told the universe that you were ready to do something else other than be in the dark. It could be the smallest little thing. You just never know. That was just an example. If it was like a career reading or something like that. But you just never know. You just got to take a little step. It doesn't have to be huge. But that one little step could grow into something else. You know, you could be in a bad relationship, or you already know it's over mentally, but you're there for whatever reason. Just, I guess, because you're comfortable. And you end up, and every day you sitting in the house in this bad relationship, and you finally decide that you want to go out with your girls for a night out, and you meet somebody, and you and that person end up hitting it off. And you end up leaving this relationship. Now, you don't need another person. You don't need another person to leave the relationship. But I will say, another person will motivate your ass to go. So, that's just another example. So, if you're feeling like really, really low and you feel like nothing's going to work out, I am here to tell you that it is. It is going to get better. And you will come up with a plan to get out of this. All it is a shadow side. We have a shadow side, we have a light side. They show up, different times. You don't want to, sometimes when you don't have, you don't go through bad things, or and life is so easy for you. You don't know how to handle challenges and chaos. So we need those times. But you don't have to sit in those times, because the universe knows what it's doing. And even if we just cannot even question, we don't even understand it, we still have to move on. And we still have to know that we're going to be okay. But sitting in energy that's not good for us is a waste. It's just a waste. It's a waste. So I just want to give hope to anybody who needed this reading, who needed some type of hope with anything in their life, that it really honestly is going to get better. It really is. It really is. But a lot of us are stuck, and we are not making the moves that need to be made. We're not even making the small moves, because we're so stuck in our mind that this is what it is, and this is what life is about, and it's not. So thanks for watching, y'all.